What's up, guys? It's Royal, aka the Black Rider, aka the guy in purple, and I'm playing GTA 5. But you're not here for that. You want to know what the dark past of RKT Gaming was, so I'm going to bring it here for you. So let's take the clock back to about March or April 2015. I don't remember exactly when it was, but so what happened was I made a video a little bit back, say about maybe a week or two ago, called How RKT Gaming Became a Thing. And in that video, I mentioned that I got a tidal wave of hate towards me personally. Well, not personally in a sense as like people would directly message my personal Facebook account, but in a personal sense as in like they would DM the page, the RKT Gaming page, and they leave hateful comments on our posts, stuff like that. So w- back when that happened, which was I believe October to December of 2015, and at the time I knew this guy named Hood, and I'm not gonna use his actual name because let's be honest, nobody wants to be the next Keemstar. In fact, I think even being compared to a garden gnome is disgraceful within itself. I mean, I understand why people call him a gnome. I mean, have you seen that freaking beard? Like, how is he not on Duck Dynasty yet? Anyway, first off, is that even a TV show? Is that relevant anymore? Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Jesus, I suck at driving bikes. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So, back when I received a lot of hate, before I received my hate, I knew this guy named Hood, or who is currently known as that guy Hood. And at the time, this was around the time when my page, RKT Gaming, which at the time was known as Respublica Commando Troop, which is a combination of German and Latin words, which translate into English, which means for the Republic. So, guess you could say like for a Republic of Gamers. Henceforth, where RKT comes from, Respublica Commando Troop. And it was focused around the game Destiny because that was like the latest game at the time. So I was asking Destiny pages because there was a lot of them, and I mean a lot. And so I asked them around, and they were a bunch of really nice people. Like they helped me out, and I was really thankful for that. And Hood ran a page that, well, it still exists, but it's not under the name that it was at the time, which at the time was for the Hunter character Cade 6 from the Destiny game. Well, once I started to get like likes and the page started to grow in popularity, um me and Hood started talking. And keep in mind at the time I was still quite new to Facebook and social media, and that at the time I didn't understand satirical comedy like I do now. And the things that Hood said to me, like, I actually wait, scratch that. I can't remember if they were directed towards me or if they were directed towards like the page itself or something. I'd have to go back to the DMs, and I don't want to leak DMs because again, I'm not Keemstar. I'm not a freaking garden gnome. um, but yeah, like I said, I'd have to go back to the DMs to get the whole story, but I know at the time I thought like his negative comments were serious because I didn't understand satirical comedy at the time. So, and keep in mind, while this was going on, I was also going through a state of depression, which and didn't have very much confidence in myself or my much confidence in my ability to succeed because I was new to like the whole gaming scene, and in fact, I still kind of am because I just started up a YouTube, so I'm still kind of I'm still kind of new to this. But yeah, like I said, his comments didn't really help with my state at the time, so naturally, I would do what anyone would do in this situation, where they would think that they are actually being attacked, which I wasn't, because I didn't understand it at the time. I said that like 3 times already. Jesus. Um, but reacted with anger and defended myself because I thought he was being serious with his comments. And after about a while, he had he'd had enough of it. He was done. Like, he didn't want to deal with it anymore. He got angry with me. And this guy had told me a bunch of personal stuff about him and what he was going through in life. And oh, that's right. I believe that he responded with negative comments to like kind of relieve himself. Like, he responded with satirical comedy to relieve himself of the stress of like what he was going through at the time. I could be wrong. Like I said, there's months worth of DMs between me and Hood that I'd have to go through. And he like I'm not going to reveal any personal information cuz third time statement, I'm not a garden gnome Keemstar. So he had gotten angry with me. He blocked me on his personal Facebook, which I'm not going to leak that either. I'm not going to I don't leak personal info. I don't do that shit. But so yeah, he blocked me, and I think now I could be wrong about this. I could be very wrong about this, and if I am, I I permit anyone to come forth and prove me wrong. You're welcome to prove me wrong on this. But my hate didn't start until after Hood blocked me for said reason, and I think he had a lot to do with it at the time. So uh and like a bunch of these people started coming forward and hating on my stuff, and just like it was like I barely remember half the shit that was said. Like most of it was focused around me on hate because I liked anime, or well, liked, still do, but you know what I mean. And I had people who actually had anime pictures, like anime profile pictures on their Facebook page, or as their Facebook picture, saying I'm a weeaboo, and I'm sitting there like, you watch anime, you're just as guilty. And then I remember specifically one of them said, "No, I'm not," and I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "Why not? You have Vegeta as your profile picture." He's like, "Cause Dragon Ball Z is not a weeaboo anime," and I'm like, "There's no difference, okay?" But I'll save the whole weeaboo shit for another story. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, I've learned to deal with hate now. I don't really address it you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it in the comments, and like I don't respond to it like I used to. I don't think they deserve any mind. And you're probably wondering, well, Royal, if they don't deserve any of your attention, well, why are you making this video? And I am only stating what has happened. I'm not making any stabs at anyone. I'm not trying to create drama. I'm just stating what has happened. Now, um, the Cade 6 page has now changed to what it is currently, which is a, uh, I hate saying this, a dank meme page slash Fallout 4 page, which goes by the name of Memecock. I'm not kidding. Memecock. And for those of you who may or may not have played Fallout, it's based off of the character. It's meant to be a parody of the character from Fallout, which is John Meancop. Or Jesus, I'm screwing up already. Jesus Christ. Uh, which was Hancock. Hancock. I'm screwing up already. Jesus. You know what? Screw it. I'm only doing one take of this. That's all I'm doing. But yeah. They post memes, and I get memes, alright? They're meant to be funny. They're meant to be jokes, and, well, you got your license in a Cracker Jacks box. And I get it. They're meant to be funny. They're meant to be jokes, okay? I don't like them because of how repetitive they are. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen Harambe memes on my Twitter feed. Like, I mean, it's not that I hate them. It's the fact that they get run in the ground so much to the point where they're annoying. But I'm getting sidetracked. So, and another thing that happened was at the time, keep in mind, I said this earlier, I was still new to Facebook at the time, so, and I had just gotten an iPhone, and I didn't know how Facebook worked on mobile completely. So, what I did, and I didn't have the app at the time neither, so, for those of you who may or may not have ever used the Safari web browser version on an iPhone for Facebook, you'll know that the Safari web browser does not allow you to share posts on the Facebook page if you're on Facebook with an iPhone. However, the app does. See, I didn't have the app at the time, and I would, like, I would save the pictures from another page and then post them on my own. And I will admit to that. I did do that because I didn't know how the website worked at the time, especially on mobile devices. So I will admit to that. I will own up to that mistake. And the admin of the Verix page, which I don't think that the Verix page is active anymore, at least from what I've been told. Their admin contacted me saying that how I would steal stuff from them, and at the time I was like in a I don't know if you remember, but I kind of roleplayed as my Destiny character when I posted, which I stopped that a long time ago. And so I made a joke about one of the pictures of the Destiny characters, Petra and Varix together in like this little photograph that was drawn, and I tagged him. I said, "Hey Varix, did you drop something?" And it's like more like you stole it, and I thought they were like going along with it. Like they asked me, like, he's like, "You mean that you stole it?" Is what they put in the comments. So I'm thinking that they're rolling along with like my little role playing thing. Like I think I'm thinking that they're going along with it. So, and I'm like, and I reply with, "What do you mean stole it? I just found it on the ground." And so, yeah, once I figured out how Facebook worked and I talked to Hood about it, and he said, "Yeah, then that," and I figured out how Facebook worked, and that's why I have the app now. Thank God. And I typed out an apology to the Verix page, explaining that I didn't know how the Facebook worked and that I was still new to it, and that I used the web browser version of the website on mobile, which didn't allow you to post pictures or sorry, share other posts to pages, and that I didn't have the app for Facebook. Because at the time, I didn't know that they made apps for social media, and because this is my first time owning like an iPhone or anything that can download applications to it, and they didn't believe that, and so what could I really do? They thought I was lying, and that just progressed from there. I don't really remember much about me and the whole Varix page admin scenario, but I know it kind of went silent after a while, and then I just ended up never hearing from them again, probably because their page went inactive. I think it says on there that they haven't posted since March of last year. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've tried to make peace with Hood. I've tried to talk to him, and I know he's not the only. Oh, sorry. I know he's not the only person who admins the meme cock page, and I know that he has a bunch of other people on there that he probably didn't see my messages, and I was scrolling through their page because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do enjoy their memes a little bit since I understand satirical comedy now, and I kind of have a satirical sense of humor, slightly. I kind of check their page out for memes every now and then. I don't know, just something to do. Um, but yeah, they in the past this has only happened like a few times, so I'm not gonna make a big argument about it. I mean, they've taken posts from my page, or no, sorry, not taken, shared posts from my page, and given their own opinions on it, and had people on their page comment on it. And there's a few people that follow my page actually that are on there that follow their page, and to see people actually defend me on their page, that was kind of cool. I mean, I'm glad that I have this little fan base of 1,300 people that can come onto my page, see the stuff I post, me and my admins post, and just be able to smile and laugh about it. Like you don't know what it's like to know that you have this fan base that enjoys what you do, what your gaming team does. It's just great knowing that you can make somebody smile and make them happy. Uh, but yeah, I have tried to make peace with Hood. Recently discovered his Instagram because he posted it publicly on the Meme Cock page. So for those of you guys who are wondering how I found his Instagram, he posted it publicly on the Meme Cock page, which meaning anyone who was following that page or anyone who came across the page and scrolled through it for a little bit could see his Instagram. I'm just saying, I found it through the page, and I sent him a message on Instagram saying that I understand satirical comedy now, and I understand your jokes that you made in the past, and I want to see if we can try and be friends again, because Hood and I were friends at one point. And honestly, I do kind of want to be friends with Hood again because in a s- in a way he was a cool person to be around. Like, and I say that now because compared to then, because now I understand his sense of humor. I understand his jokes. I'm just hoping that everything can go back to the way it was, and maybe that RKT Gaming and the Meme Cock page can get along. Maybe share jokes with each other every now and then. So, this has been Royal, guys, and I hope to have a better future, not just in a gaming sense, but in a page sense as well, like in terms of this little community that I have.